now we're going to have the national anthem here in front of us on the stage. This is the KSU Chamber Choir. They're going to be leading us in the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
Chamber Choir, and also thank you to their teacher here, Mr. Ryan Phil. Round of applause again. Thank you all. And so, as they make the rock the stage, you know, again, this is a joint community briefing, right? We're doing it with the Sheriff's Office, but also our esteemed KSU students. So, we have our choir, but we also had two people. We had an individual soloist, and we had a choir that to sing the national anthem. And even though we had both, why not? Because we want to give a platform for our students to shine. So also who will be singing is Miss Chase Fairchild.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave,
Yes, didn't we just love that? Congratulations to our students, this young talent. Thank you again to the KSU Chamber Choir. Thank you again to Chase. You guys were phenomenal. Okay, so now we're going to have an opening prayer. If I can please have Bishop Albert Lindsay come to the stage so you can lead us in prayer as we move forward in our community briefing. Bishop. Yes, sir. How you doing? Yes, sir.
I'm not Albert Lindsay, but we can stand and pray. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with our hearts full of gratitude for the opportunity to gather as a community. We thank you for the leadership of our Cobb County Sheriff Office. We thank you for our beloved sheriff. We thank you for our Chief Deputy and Assistant Chief Deputy. We thank you for their entire command staff. Every individual present dedicated to fostering safety, unity, and peace in our county. As we begin this community briefing, we ask for your guidance, your wisdom, and clarity. Help us to listen with open hearts and to engage in meaningful dialogue that leads to progress and understanding. God, we thank you for all the success this office has had. We offer this meeting into your hands, trusting in your divine wisdom and your guidance. In Jesus, your son's name, we pray. Amen.
Thank you again to our chaplains, Brother Scott, there today. So as we continue now to move forward in our program, I just again want to thank you all for joining us this evening, and I would like to a special thank you to the KSU Center team for allowing us to use your venue and providing a live stream, which you guys can watch back at home. Look back at our live stream on our YouTube page, CobbCountySheriff'sOffice.com, for the event for those who could not attend. But yeah, special shout out, if you could please stand Miss Marine and her team from the KSU Center. They were part of making this all happen. Thank you so much. Also at this time, I would like to recognize all elected and appointed officials in attendance. Would you please stand? Thank you for joining us tonight. And those who may have been shy, we see you. All right, so we're moving right along. I would also like to recognize our law enforcement partners in attendance. If you are representing another law enforcement agency, would you please stand? Thank you. And then, of course, our wonderful, seeing some of our fellows, our deputies from the Sheriff's Office. We appreciate all of you coming out tonight. And last but certainly not least, I would like to also recognize all of our KSU students in attendance. Would you please stand and be recognized to our students? Thank you all for coming, enjoying our food, and being a part of this this program tonight. You guys are a very big part of it, very special. We're grateful to have you. Thank you very much for attending. So you will notice now on the screen, we have a QR code. If you would like to submit any question at any time during our briefing, please take out your phone, scan the QR code, and so you can submit your questions throughout the night. And then we're going to have a segment later in the evening once the briefing is over, and we'll go over your questions and answers. And don't worry, if you don't submit your questions through the QR code here, we'll have a mic at the end for you to come up and please ask your questions. So, about the agenda today. Today we will hear from our Sheriff, the Sheriff Owens, our Chiefs, that's Chief Anderson, that's Chief Hawkins, and our Chief of Staff Jones, and community partners if they choose. We'll also have a few raffles throughout the briefing, giving you a chance to win some exciting prizes. So I hope you guys registered. And after our leaders have spoken, we will open the floor for any questions or concerns that you may have. We'll make sure to provide feedback to address them all. But before we dive into our community briefing, let's kick off the excitement with some prizes. I told you about a raffle, right? So we're going to get this thing started, okay? So if you could, pay attention to the screen. I think there's a screen right here. Loading, boom, there it is. So fancy. Shout out to technology, right? All right, so if I could have you, here we go. We are going to spin the wheel to see who our lucky winners are. And okay, we have Linda Papa George. Is Linda Papa George in the building? Oh, with that cool last name, you're not in the building, Linda? We're going to keep it moving. Let's roll again, Ian. Ian is also helping us with our IT team with KSU. Thank you so much, Ian. You're the best. All right, we have a Cameron Hernandez. Woo! Cameron! Hey, Cameron! Come on down and come get your prize. We have you a delicious Target gift card for $10 whopping. Thank you so much, Cameron. All right, we're going to get one more winner. We're going to keep the show going. And handle it for me, buddy. It's like this drum roll music. All right, and all right, is there a Burton Ellison? Burton, 1, 2, spin again, Ian. All right, and if we don't have one, we're going to keep the show rolling because we have prizes all night, so it's all good. William Radley, you gonna get it delivered to him?
Yes, I will.
All right, come on up, Bishop. Shout out to William. We're gonna All right, so we're gonna thank Chief of Staff Jones. Congrats to our winners. And so guys, if you're gonna be posting this to social media, any of our events today, please tag Cobb Sheriff. That's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or excuse me, X, they changed these things. And on our YouTube page, just make sure you tag us and share away, okay? At this time, which you've probably been waiting for, right? But they get started. We'd like to have our fearless leader, the man with the plan, and who's been leading us to higher heights. I'm speaking of none other than the Sheriff Craig D. Owens Sr.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Y'all just sounded kind of dead. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Outstanding. First, let me thank the Kennesaw State University for allowing us to use your facility and the staff that's here tonight, as well as the president. Now, make sure I'm saying this right. Swag, did I pronounce it? All right, make sure I know I got a name right this time. Last time I pronounced the name, it was wrong. Anyway, thank y'all for allowing us to use the facility, and thank y'all for coming out tonight. We're going to take some time to show what we've done over the past year that we've been in office, and hope as we close out this year, let you know what we've done, and also let you know our way forward, and continue to make this the best sheriff's office of the state, if not the nation. So you don't get to being excellent without having a plan. And when I first took office, we came with a 100-day plan. And the 100-day plan is what we want to follow to make sure we get on the right track to be successful. So I took a little time with the 100-day plan and sit back for the first year, listen to the staff and the stakeholders. And after the 100-day plan, we implemented that and we came up with a strategic plan for the next 3 years. We identified 6 key priorities that we felt could touch every unit and every part of the sheriff's office. And I'm extremely excited to announce we've accomplished almost every one of those priorities. We had record number in recruiting efforts. We expanded our public safety offerings to include bike patrol and motor unit. This level also allowed us to focus on us being the only sheriff's office this year in the nation, let me say that again, to be the only sheriff's office this year in the nation to achieve the Triple Crown accreditation. We've made so many strides in getting our detainees on a path to having a better life once they leave our facility. We've always looked at innovative ways to support them. And earlier this year, we hired our first own GED testing center that we opened inside our facility, which is going phenomenal. I think we had like 14 graduates, we had another 22 graduates, and that is phenomenal to get these young men and women some education background as they walk out of the facility so they can get a job and earn, hopefully, a decent wage. Another good thing I think we've done recently, and people are going, why are you doing this? We have brought aromatherapy into our facility. So, and what that does is it allows us to first make it smell better, but it also helps curb the temperament of our residents inside the facility. It helps, calm them down, and that's what we want, calm them down and curb some of that behavior, and also smell better as well. So I think we accomplished that goal as well. And it also makes life easier for our staff, because they need to be able to relax a little bit too. And on that same note, we also instituted a meditation or relaxation room, I like to call it, inside the facility for our staff. These young men and women work over 12 hours a day on concrete. That's a lot of walking, a lot of stress. They see some things that no one should have to see. So we gotta have a way so they can decompress and then they can get back on the floor and continue the job. So we got I like to say a stress-free zone or a relaxation room. We got recliners, soft music, water running, smell good in there too. And also so they can just relax for a while before they get back on the floor. With that, I like to highlight our first goal, which was to reduce, solve, and prevent crime and enhance overall public safety. We put together a video to recap what we've done so you can see a sense of what we set out to accomplish and some of the people that have made this happen. Please play the video. My top priority is keep you safe. Over the past 3 years, we've made significant strides to enhance public safety, improve operations, and strengthen ties within the Cobb County community. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office is also helping you protect your family against cybercrime. We provide free education sessions and information on fraud scams that target our local businesses and senior citizens. Our investigators work very hard to stop these criminals from stealing your hard-earned money. Our Fugitive Apprehension and Support Team, also known as FAST, now actively patrol high-crime areas. Their target efforts have led to multiple arrests, making our neighborhoods safer for everyone. From traffic control to providing through escorts, and our mobile units have made the roads safer also for a smoother daily commute. Now let's hear more from Sergeant Blake about our Special Operations Division.
The creation of our Special Operations Division took all of our specialized units and put them under one unified command. FAST, SWAT, K9, drones, motors, and our mounted unit are now under one division. They train together and are ready to deploy together, ensuring a swift and effective response to any large-scale event or critical incident. From covering the World Series to handling active shooter situations, we are prepared and we know how to work as a team.
As Sheriff, I'm very proud of the incredible work of our deputies, investigators, and other team members. The work that they do to help keep Cobb County safe. Together, we are building a safer and stronger community. Keeping Cobb safe is our number one priority. And within the last 3.5 years since we've been in office, crime has reduced in Cobb County by 29%. I can tell you without a doubt, Cobb is one of the safest counties in the state of Georgia. Without a doubt. As you can see from the video, we are focused, we're targeted, and we're very direct in our efforts. And you can see that it's working. The result of the hard work of these men and women in the Cobb County Sheriff's Office, but not only us, our local police agencies, to include Kennesaw State University, County PD, all attributed to this crime reduction. It's everyone's working together to keep Cobb County safe. It is also part of you, our community partners. You're becoming more involved in activities with law enforcement. We're working together more, we're sharing information, we're having that open dialogue, that honest conversation, which is helping us to keep you safe and for you to keep your community safe as well as students here at Kennesaw University. And what you will hear later, a lot more about that from both my chiefs as they come forward and later discuss that with our public safety efforts. Now, this is something that I should get you fired up, because you got me fired up. So recently we were bestowed a new K9. He was donated to us by Defenders of Children, and his name is Sherlock. He is an electronic detection K9, such as micro SD cards, external hard drives, and cover cameras, and etc. Sherlock he's one of 2 K9s in the state of Georgia that has this capability. The other one is located in Columbus, Georgia. So over the past 2 years, we've made a lot of investments in our uniform, field operations, which is led by Chief Gina Hawkins, who will be here later. Under field operations, which is up under her leadership, we have K9s, and I'm excited to announce last one of the story about Sherlock. We're gonna bring him up in a few minutes, by the way. And Sherlock is a great asset to us. We can use him inside the facility, and we also can use him on other cases, from child abuse cases, sex crime cases. He has a lot of talent. With that being said, let's get Sherlock up here so y'all can see exactly what he can do. Making his way from my left to your right is K9 Sherlock and his handler, Devin Crane. He's going to put on a demonstration of his abilities. So I'll let him tell you what he's gonna do, and then we'll go right to it.
How's everybody doing tonight? So Canine Sherlock is specially trained in the detection of electronic storage devices, which means he searches anything that has memory data storage. There's the chemicals sprayed inside there that he searches for. Tonight, we have 4 bags set up. There's a device in one of the bags, so he's gonna go find it, all right?
Let's go. Let's get it, Sherlock.
Show me. That's a good boy.
So when he finds something, he's rewarded with a treat. That's how he eats.
So that was just a small SD card.
Good job. Again, I am so proud of the Cobb County Sheriff's Office. The things we've accomplished over the last 3.5 years is phenomenal. We have rebranded our agency. We have transformed our agency. We have gotten great leadership. Your sheriff's office is the most diverse sheriff's office in the metro area. Not only by race, but by gender as well. We have more women in command staff positions than anyone else in the metro area, if not state of Georgia. So that's great. Yes. I think truly that your agency should be a reflection of the community for which we serve. And I can truly say that your sheriff's office is just that. We are a reflection of the community for which we serve. We have brought in new programs to the sheriff's office that no one else has brought in. We're the first agency in the state of Georgia to have a 24-hour mental health care provider. That's phenomenal. Because we have over 80% of our residents in our facility have some type of mental health care issue. So we knew we had to do something to combat that, and we've done that. We have the lowest vacancy rate of any agency of our size in the metro, if not the state, but just under 900 employees. Which is that, I think we're like 8 or 9 vacancies right now, which is unheard of in our profession today. So again, we are doing some phenomenal things. And your sheriff, not me, was voted Sheriff of the Year for last year. We are doing some phenomenal things, not only individually, but collectively as an agency. We are pushing this agency forward. We have rebranded, recalibrated, repurposed, whatever you want to call it. That's what we've done. We will continue those things to make sure that we strive to be the best sheriff's office in the state of Georgia. And we are well on our way of being there. I'll tell you about, I came in, I took over a good sheriff's office, but we're going to take a good sheriff's office to make it a great sheriff's office. And that's what we're doing. So with that, I'll say thank you all for your time. And the first say is thank all my leaders that's here. We are only as good as the people we employ. And I have a fantastic staff. So thank y'all for being as good as you are. Because I push them. I push them. I say it again, I do push them. So leaders lead the way, and that's what we do at our agency, and I expect them to lead. So to make them great, you gotta push them. And you have direct, intentional leadership, which is what we provide our agency. And so we're doing a great job of that, and I selected some great leaders in our agency. So thank y'all for bearing with me, believing in my vision, and helping me clear that vision out. So as you can see, we do work hard in the sheriff's office. Again, I'm incredibly proud of our staff. Our motto, as I get ready to leave, unite and come back at the end for follow-up questions, is this. We're one team, we're one fight, we're one community. That's what the Cobb County Sheriff's Office is. If you have any questions for me, please hold me to the end. I'll come back at the end and answer any questions. But now I'm going to turn it back over to Randy so she can continue the briefing. Thank you so very much.
Yes, don't y'all just love our sheriff? Yeah. So well spoken, nice looking, and he get the job done. We love you, Sheriff. All right, so at this time, next? Well, first I want to make sure if we have any people that are outside at the booths, come on in. I know a couple of them are watching this on live, but don't be afraid. Come on and join the fun. All right, so up next, we will have someone who we like to call Mrs. Cobb County, okay? Not only is she the first Black female deputy in Cobb County, you can clap for that. But she's also a breast cancer survivor and a warrior. I'm talking about none other than our lovable Chief Deputy, Rhonda W. Anderson. Please give her a round of applause as she makes her way to the stage.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Put these packs on so I can see. As Randy said, I'm Chief Deputy Rhonda Anderson. I am second in command of the Cobb County Sheriff's Office. A lot of people say, what does that mean? I try to equate it to the president and vice president. The sheriff is the president, I'm the vice president, and Chief Hawkins is the Speaker of the House. I am a Cobb County native, born and raised in Marietta, Georgia. I have over 40 years of law enforcement experience. I know I don't look that old, but thank you. I started in the Cobb County Sheriff's Office in 1983, probably before a lot of you were born. And like Randy said, I was the first African-American female ever hired by the Cobb County Sheriff's Office as a deputy. I am a 16-year breast cancer survivor. I like to represent. And this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I retired from the Sheriff's Office in 2013, but as you can see, I am back. I oversee the Adult Detention Center. The detention center is a city in itself. We have 11 acres under roof, almost 1 million square feet at the detention center. I have approximately 410 civilian and sworn personnel on staff at the detention center, which is 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We're always open. Our doors never close. We also have medical staff in the facility, contractors, food service, and we have currently over 2,200 detainees in our custody. It is my responsibility to make sure that all these people are taken care of and they're safe. I also oversee our chaplains program. And you met one of our chaplains here this afternoon, the bishop, and we thank you for your service to us, sir. I have 3 other chaplains. 2 other chaplains are not here today that serve alongside the bishop, but I have 5 chaplains that work within our facility. They are at the facility seeing our detainees every day on a weekly basis. I have a female chaplain. I have a Hispanic speaking chaplain, Islamic chaplain, Protestant, and Catholic chaplain. So we try to cover all the bases. We want to make sure that if they have any religious need, that we cover those. Our sheriff's office personnel at the detention center work tirelessly every day. And I want you all to know that I appreciate you. Can my detention center staff please stand up so people know who you are? These are the hardworking individuals that keep the Cobb County Detention Center safe. We have under detention shift affairs, They cover everything that happens on the 4 shifts that we cover. We are there from 5:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. The next shift comes in at 6 p.m. to 05:45. So it's always covered. We have our support services that cover classification, sentencing, disciplinary, detainee programs, medical, and transport. There's a lot of movement going on at the Cobb County Sheriff's Office daily. We transport people to court. We're transporting people to medical appointments. We have an infirmary there and sick call, and like the sheriff said, we have a 24-hour mental health. But there's always a lot of movement and a lot of people getting things done there. So it's a busy place. Like I said, it's a city in itself there at the facility. I would like to say that we provide the best for our personnel and our detainees at the Cobb County Sheriff's Office. We offer numerous programs. Like the sheriff said, we have had graduates obtain their GED while in custody. 22 people have obtained their GED while they have been in our custody. I told a young man as he graduated one day, got his GED, I said, your freedom can be temporarily taken away, but knowledge never can. We also have a construction ready program where these individuals learn a trade to get out and be ready for construction jobs. They learn all these different jobs. They earn a certificate that they can use, and they are employable the day they are released from custody. And there's partners that we have that will hire these individuals. So when they get out of custody, some of them have jobs that make a little bit of money. $30, $40, $50 an hour. Some union jobs. We also have a program, how to navigate probation. I used to be a probation officer at one time, and that is the hardest thing sometimes for individuals to be on probation. But we try to give them ideas what to do to navigate through that system. Make sure you contact your probation officer. Main thing, contact your probation officer. They're not gonna forget you, so make sure you contact them. Follow through on what the judge ordered you to do. Also, Veterans Affairs. We have veterans that come in our facility. We don't want them to lose their benefits. So we have individuals that will assist them in maintaining their benefits and following through with that when they are released from our custody. We have an anger management program. A lot of people have issues with domestic violence, and one of their criteria for their sentence is to complete an anger management program. Our program is been accepted by the courts, so they don't have to go out and pay for that program when they are released from our custody. We provide that. They have their certificate. They can provide that to the judge, and they have fulfilled one of the requirements of their sentence. We also have a parenting class, Parenting 101. This equips our detainees with knowledge and coping mechanisms for enhancing family dynamics. We have a lot of young people that have children. They're very young and first-time parents, and nobody gave me a book how to be a mom. I just figured it out, I guess, with a lot of help from a lot of people. And that's what we're here to do at the Cobb County Sheriff's Office, to provide help and direction to our detainees. You may have seen our highlight story on the news last week about our pepper ball display. And you may have seen it here today. I think they have it on display. Was that the sheriff doing that the other day?
Yep, that's the video with every teeth. Yep.
Okay. You gonna show it?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that.
The Cobb
Sheriff's Office hopes these pepper ball launchers help deputies control a situation without using deadly force. The launchers use an organic compound similar to ground peppers.
It's going to make the individual not be able to see what's going on. So we can take away that vision. A lot of times it'll take away that desire to want to fight.
Lieutenant Brock Daniel oversees the training department. He explains that pepper ball launchers are similar to paintball guns, shooting up to 50 yards. He will train deputies to aim at the ground, creating a smoke-like effect to disarm suspects. But if someone gets hit, it will feel like a paintball injury.
We can deploy this from a distance where we can stay safe, and the individual we're confronting can stay safe.
Deputies will also learn how to use a pepper ball blast, which functions like pepper spray. The last piece of technology is the breacher. It fires ceramic breakers to shatter car and building windows. Then, deputies can fly drones to look inside buildings before entering. More than 200 deputies are currently using these devices, while other officers will complete their training by the end of the year. Sheriff Owen believes this new rollout will take his office to the next level.
When I took office, that was a partnership with the community, that we would find a way to bring less lethal options into Cobb County. I think we've done that, and I think we're leading the charge that not only the state of Georgia, but across the nation as well.
And I can tell you from experience, when you pepper ball, you're gonna cry. You're gonna comply. Your eyes get to burning, nose running, all that stuff. You're gonna comply. And this keeps our deputies safe and also our detainees safe, that we don't have to put hands on all the time. We can get control of that situation in a safe manner. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight, taking the time to learn about your Cobb County Sheriff's Office. I encourage you to continue to learn, not only in school, students, and otherwise. I'm in class, I told one of the young students, continue your education. I graduated from college a long time ago. 1981. But today, with the encouragement of Sheriff Owens, strong encouragement, almost like this. I'm in school, almost done, getting my master's degree. But it's working out. Everything in its own time. Stay in school, pursue a greater understanding of your local government and how they serve you. As you near the end of your college term and are looking for employment, I would ask that you give the Cobb County Sheriff's Office a consideration. As I said before, I have been in this field for over 40 years, and it was one of the best decisions that I ever made. The sheriff in this agency is the reason I came out of retirement. Thank you all for your time this evening, and I hope to see you soon, maybe at work.
Yeah, so this picture is here where we had, it was a football game, but it was actually an anti-bullying, anti-gang campaign where we had partnered with other counties. I believe we had Fulton, we had Gwinnett, and we had Cobb County, McEachern. They had to play a 7th grade football team, and guess who won? Cobb County Indians. I know we had the coach who was in here earlier today. You had to go to practice, so you know, got a good old trophy. Got a game. So we got the W. So again, this is another campaign, one of the cool things we do at the Sheriff's Office. So thank you all.
That's me. I'm a McEachern Indian mom, so, and a big football fan. Go Falcons.
Thank you so much, Chief. We just definitely love our Chief Anderson. All right, so up next, we will have someone who coined the term BFD. Have you guys heard of the BFD? You know what BFD is? Big freaking deal, okay? And a BFD she is indeed. But not only does she lead, inspire, and mentor as the president of NALI, which is the National Association of Women Law Enforcement Executives, she keeps us all in check, okay? I'm talking about none other than our vivacious Assistant Chief Deputy, Gina V. Hawkins.
Thank you, Randy. Randy knows she has my heart because she's extra. And I like people who are extra. Extra's good. So I am Assistant Chief Gina V. Hawkins, and I've got a lot of responsibilities. We're going to get to those. I think Sheriff shared a little bit of those earlier, but I'm going to narrow it down. So let me go to the next slide first. I want to share with you, we come and do community briefings. We do about 4 a year, right? So a lot of people say, well, why did we come to KSU, right? Even though we know you're a demographic, typically younger youth education, but to know the footprint of KSU, and KSU, this is not for you, I know you know this already, but I want to share it with the community. Having over 45,000 students on campus, being the 3rd largest university in the state of Georgia, having an increase, I think trending every year 7 or 8% of increase of students coming in. And even bigger, the students that are here are pretty much from in-state local. When I say pretty much, 90%. So what does that mean to us as an organization? That means the people who are going there are from Georgia, if not from Cobb County, but then they're likely going to stay within the region. So why not impact the people who are part of our community even more than to be on the campus and listen to their voice? So community, this is why it's really important for us to be one of the 4 times we come to be here on this campus to build this partnership, because that's how we understand building bridges, listening and hearing and making sure that we are understanding your concerns, but also the purpose of the community briefing is to educate and get to know us to build bridges. Thank you for the next slide. So let me tell you a little bit about my responsibility. Now the sheriff has shared how we all work as a team. So we talked about the external component. And hopefully you got a chance to go to all the tables and booths of the different divisions and the amazing leaders at that division sharing a sample of what they do, so that there were a little competition so that you can educate. But they did an amazing job. I was super impressed by everyone's booth. So let me show you a little bit about one of my responsibilities. I'm gonna go from your left, my right. My uniform, I'm gonna have my commanders from my uniform command stand up over here, just so you know. That's that tape. These are the leaders, uniform command. Thank you. So what their responsibility is, all of the facilities, the county facilities, sheriff's office is responsible for. One of those is our court systems, all of our court systems. I have no idea how many people come through the court systems all the time. Shout out some numbers for me real quick, Colonel. 50,000, is that wrong?
750,000 a year.
750,000 people come through the court system, Cobb County court system a year, which means that coming through the magnetometer, and we are have new technology on that, but having people there to make sure you're safe should you ever have to come to the court system or a county facility is crucial. So that's one of the responsibilities. People also don't understand the sheriff has lawful mandates, which means that by law, he's required to do certain things like serve civil service papers, do warrants. It's a lot of things that the sheriff's office mandates. So that's under their command as well. They have, don't let me forget, the warrant section. I said that. All the warrants that come through the county from all the other jurisdictions come through the county sheriff's office. So that's a heavy, heavy lift for the uniform operations division. Next, and remember, it's going to be cursory. If you went over to their unit, you probably saw a lot more details. They should have shared a lot more with you. I'm going to go on to the criminal investigation division. Commanders, wave your hand over there. Stand up. Thank you. So at their table, they would have shared, you saw a couple of pictures. They have not just, you saw some people outside, our crime CSI. the one that does on the TV and does all the highlights and things like that. We have a representative there. Our evidence unit, remember, we have to collect evidence, we have to take it someplace and secure it, because there's a process for the crimes that get done. Our fugitive apprehension unit, all those warrants, those high crime areas are under the command. The Marietta, it's called Marietta, Cobb, Smyrna Organized Crime Task Force, better known as MCS, that's under the command. What they do is investigate the narcotics, gangs, and all things that are happening, and they join in task force with all the other jurisdictions to make sure we work as a team for this region. Our sex offenders unit, if you please, I hope you have our app by now. It's very important to get our app, because on that app, you'll be able to tell from where you live who are the sexual offenders in your community, because they are required to register in the county they live. You can see who's next door. It's very much aware. You can find it on our app. Domestic violence unit, you understand that domestic violence is a very serious crime, that it takes a whole community to try to address that. We have an elder abuse task force. A lot of people focus and target elders. They also have fraud and forgery unit and a juvenile apprehension unit. So, thank you. Next unit I'm going to highlight is our training academy, and the whole training academy team up there spread out through the room. So I'm going to have, I sit, so the unit, the table's over there, but the commander's one too, and there's one over here, because he's not standing up. Just stand up, Lieutenant Colonel. Thank you. So not only is the sheriff's office has North Central Georgia Law Enforcement Academy, which is the mandate, which is the basic law enforcement training we cover, not for ourselves, but for this area, come through our academy. But we also have the professional development of the internal staff members. Sheriff shared with you, so that Chief Anderson, regarding the importance of education, the importance of learning, continuously learning as a professional is paramount for what we do. We cannot settle on this is how we did it in the past. Sheriff continues to look for innovative things to address our community. And that might mean we get new technology, so we're gonna have to always learn, but we're always gonna have to keep seeking, not just technology, but education on the best process of doing things. Laws change all the time, so we have to stay proactive with that. So education is a paramount for our academy that takes care of the whole organization. They have a very heavy lift. We have background recruiting retention. Their table is outside, but I'm gonna need that commander. Where's she at? There we go. So their table is outside. So background recruiting retention, but also under her command is going to be our internal affairs unit. So holding ourselves accountable, making sure we also investigate all complaints that come through the organization at the detention center from any avenue. So from the beginning, we're hiring, we're recruiting. From the middle, we're trying to make sure we focus on retention, and then throughout the whole time of the assessment. And then you heard through the Sergeant Blake on the video, I'm gonna need my special operations commander stand up, and my lieutenant. Thank you. That's that whole table. They had all what people have called the nice fun toys that were outside. That's the SWAT, Special Weapons and Tactics unit. Our canines, all our dogs, they're our canine units. Our drone unit, we have one of the best drone units. We have probably the best drone unit in the state, if not, like you said, Sheriff, the nation. Our drone unit is utilized from everything from whenever candidates come, called upon by the Secret Service. By the way, they called me today, get with me, Captain, because we got to work on Monday. And we have something special with the drone unit. Do we have a video for the drone unit? Yay or nay? Okay, that's okay. I thought we did, but that's okay. We have something what's called a D-drone. And what a D-drone is a detection device to detect any drones that are nefariously out there in the community when we have like a baseball game or something happening and we don't know, is to make sure that we're aware something's in the air and we need to detect it. So that's a D-drone unit. But we utilize this resource for the region, for anyone in Cobb County. But as you can see, we get called upon from that. We also get called upon when we're searching for young children. We had a call yesterday, and then we look for also elders. You know, a lot of people have Alzheimer's and they get lost. Our drones have capabilities to do what's called a flare. They have, can see at night, so we can put them up. We also have one that is almost like tethered, that can go from a car. We can have it go up about 300, correct me, 300 feet? Where's Sergeant Blake?
150.
150, thank you, 150 feet in the air, but that's far enough to watch a crowd and be sturdy and then draw back in. So we have a large drone unit, but we also try to make sure we combine with other drone units that are with other agencies in the county, so we can be a powerful footprint in the community. All right, next slide. So another thing I want to share about what we do is, besides community forums, we have a Citizens Sheriff's Academy. And what that is for 6 weeks, we do it 2 times a year. 6 weeks, we invite the community, anyone can come, and 1 day a week for about 2 to 3 hours, you get behind the scenes, behind every single unit, the touch, feel, experience, all the equipment, to learn and to ask any question that you want. What we've seen is, as long as you are not only educated about what the sheriff's office does, about the laws, what to do, you can ask questions. When you understand that, you get a better understanding to build bridges and relationships within our organization. And when that happens, when things are going in the community, you can make a quick phone call and say, I know that's not how things should be done. Who can I help? Who can I have go help support? That also fosters a community trust and cooperation, which makes us all safe. Because if you feel like you're safe, you can believe in the sheriff's office that's protecting you, then you're likely to call us when you see things that are occurring in the community. So our next one's gonna be, we just finished one last week, or week before last, so we're gonna have the next one in the spring. So please, we can only hold about 25 people. Every time the class has gone through, they start off like, well, I just really wanna know, but at the end, they are so impressed and shocked at how much they get to learn, how much they're aware, and they're taught by every one of the leaders that you see in the room in their respective unit, and get to ask a lot. They also take tours at the sheriff's office, so they'll take a tour of the detention center, as well as the court systems, as well as our training center, and really get to do things like touch, feel, what we call shoot, don't shoot scenario based, put the goggles on, and they'll see the different things. We'll let people get pepperball if they want to. It's a hard pass for me. But we'll have people be able to do whatever they want with our toys. Not quite, but be able to see it in operation. So, we do have the drone video coming up. Because it is really important. You show the pepperball, but let me tell you how we also deploy the drones. Whenever we have a canine call and we're searching for someone, and they'll have a canine. If you saw Charlie outside, Charlie can be even more powerful when the drone unit gets deployed, and our drone unit gets deployed every time we have a search for someone, and because they can search from up top, and then they can see in real time and help guide the canine. But without further ado, let's see if we can see this video. That's the camera that's on the drone. So the camera's being able to show you what they see. That was it. So let me give you an example of how that benefits us. Not only can we get in and search for people, but our SWAT team utilizes drone extensively when we have a long standoff and you're trying to get in and you don't know if the suspect is still out there, the threat is still in there, or it gets quiet. We're able to deploy that drone and see if someone's inside, saving lives. Otherwise, we just don't know, and we're sending people in there, and we don't know what's on the other side. Having a drone be able to fly through a window, get a visual, we've done it a couple times, and bring it back and get confirmation that either that person is no longer alive or the person's still a threat, benefits us and keeps us all safe, and it's paramount for us to have that equipment and continue to have that equipment like that. So thank you very much, and without further ado, I'll bring Randy back up.
Thank you again, Assistant Chief Hawkins. We appreciate you. All right, and so as we get ready to wind it down, we're gonna have our last speaker of the evening. And I'm talking about this next person. He's a walking, talking, textbook example of cool, calm, and collected. Okay? He's literally cooler than the other side of the pillow. He's a proud dad to the dopest female DJ and a leading figure in Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Ski week to my sorors, yes. All right. I'm talking about none other than our cool-headed Chief of Staff, Mr. David Jones. Give him a round of applause as he makes his way.
Thank you, Randy. I'm just gonna pick the mic up if y'all don't mind. My name is David Jones. I am the Chief of Staff for the Cobb Sheriff's Office, the best Sheriff's Office in the nation.
Yeah.
In the nation. And I'd like to say that I believe I have the best job at the Sheriff's Office. I really do. I love what I do. I know you mentioned I'm a girl's dad and all of those wonderful things, but the Sheriff's Office gives me an opportunity to do what I love to do. And that's working in the community, it's working with business partners, it's bridging the gap, it's bringing people together. This is the only job that I know where, you know, I can get up early, I can work out, I can take my daughter to school, I can pop in on a shift briefing, go to my job, go wherever the sheriff wants me to go, and then do Omega work at the end of the night. It's an awesome job, awesome job. My responsibilities within the Sheriff's Office, I oversee communications team, communications, Randy, Diana. Communications team, would you just stand up for a second, be recognized? And Bill, the IT team, Mr. Hughes, Ms. Hales, they're not here this evening. My project management team, which is Cindy. Project management team dropped in. Well, Leslie, I'm not sure if she's here or not, but Cindy, get your props. Throw your hand up or something, let everybody know. You do a lot of work. And then community engagement, that's headed by our major gang. Appreciate you. Community engagement team, are y'all in the room? I know y'all in the room. Y'all can stand. Just a quick overview of the divisions or the departments that I oversee. Our communications team, they do a wonderful job with our internal and external communications, newsletters, social media. As Chief Hawkins mentioned, the app, please download the app, find out everything that's going on within the Sheriff's Office. Our website is also our media releases and press, which some of you probably came here from that as well. We do videos for the Sheriff's Office. We got a couple that are out right now, one through IACP, which talks about intentional leadership from our Sheriff's Office, as well as one on our strategic planning video. So this covers everything that the Sheriff laid out from a strategic standpoint, and it covers each one of those objectives to make sure that we indicate and show the community what we're doing and that we're meeting our goals. Next, our IT team. IT covers everything from our computer systems to the system that operate in terms of opening and closing our jail cells. So it's a wide range of things that they do to make sure all of our computers are working, our mainframes and everything and so forth. They have a serious task because, you know, if you look around the room, all of us have computer problems. We probably got some right now. And that team works tirelessly to make sure that we're up and running and we got everything that we need. Next up, our last team, project management. I mentioned our project management team. They do everything from escorting our contractors that come in to making sure that we fix all of our major systems within our facility. If an elevator goes down, our project management team is on it working with our maintenance team. They do so many things to make sure that we got what we need from our food services to our medical and health. They touch, you may not see them directly, they touch almost everything that we do within our facility. They do an outstanding job, and Cindy, just thank you for, even for our coordination here tonight and what you did, thank you for what you do.
Go Cindy!
And then lastly, community engagement. Community engagement is something that our sheriff is passionate about. He wants to make sure that we honor the community. We're serving in the community, and we want the community to know that we care for them and we're there to protect them. We are in schools, food pantries, we're doing toy giveaways, Santa on Wheels, turkey giveaways, safety demonstrations in senior centers. I mean, we are literally, we're all over. And every day we're doing something in the community. That is passionate for me as well. Working inside of the schools, mentoring our youth, even coming over here to KSU to work on our community briefing. That was all a passion of mine and something that we enjoy doing within our community. Our Citizens Academy, which Chief had mentioned, and she, Chief Hawkins was kind of modest about it. This really, it was an idea that she had that came to fruition, and it was given to our community engagement team. And as you can see, we've had, in our first class, we had 24 graduates. In our second class, we've had 21, and then we'll have another one in spring of 25. Something else I'm passionate about is our internship program. So, Cheryl, stand up for us. This is one of our interns. She's a student at Osborne High School. And again, I have to give Chief Hawkins some props. This internship idea came from a conversation, just being nice and, being inviting and asking, someone if they could help. And then from that came a conversation about what we could do, or if we're interested in working with youth at Osborne High School through the Great Promise program, the Georgia Department of Education. And since then, we have had, at least the spring semester, we had 3 interns, and Ashira's still here. She's on her second year with us. And then we're also looking to employ other interns as well in high school. And we work with the Cobb, WorkSource Cobb. They actually partner with us to make sure that we're able to pay our interns, to make sure that we give them, the compensation that they need, but also give them the experience that they need, whether they're working in law enforcement or any other profession once they leave us. We also have our internship program through the Cobb County Sheriff's Office, where we have several KSU students that come through criminal justice majors that work with the Sheriff's Office as well. And, I failed to mention, I'm also a graduate. My transcript says Kennesaw State University. I'm a graduate of Southern Poly, technically State University, but I own Kennesaw now. And so I got Kennesaw swag. And, that's my alumni as well. So just to kind of close out, as you can see, we're a lot of moving parts. I am the only civilian that is on our command staff. I enjoy what I do. I learn every day. I consider everyone really my superior, because I learn from everyone. And based on what you're good at, I want to learn that as well. I like interacting with people. I like finding out what's interesting to them, and really just finding out what I can do to make your life better, which is my life. So thank you for listening. Randy, I appreciate it. I'll turn it back over to you.
I told y'all he was cool. Got that swag, don't he? Just whatever. All right. So, did you guys enjoy our presentations? Did you learn something? That's what we like to hear. So, before we get into our Q&A, we do want to have one last raffle, but I just want to thank you for all your amazing presentations. Sheriff Owens, Chief Anderson, Chief Hawkins, Chief of Staff Jones, and our KSU ABT. Shout out to Ian and Ethan. Clap it up. Awesome sauce for navigating. All right, so who's ready to win some prizes? So let's go ahead and spin the wheel.